Obi and Ashley, this is K92.3. Man, we love having, whether it's the mayor or even in this case, we've got a mental specialist on the line.
Yeah, so Shantala Boss, she actually has worked with individuals, families, children, and been a guidance counselor and mental health counselor for Orange County Public Schools. So we thought she'd be great to have on the show with everything going on right now. So good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Doing fantastic. You know, Shantala, it's funny because, whenever I have this opportunity to intro you, it's always interesting what I can choose to say. And today I choose to say you are K92.3's official therapist.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's such a compliment.
Yeah, this morning show could definitely use your expertise. We're kind of leaning on you because the school board has a huge decision to make today as far as how kids are going back to school, like other counties. Mm-hmm. And where's your headspace with this? Because you used to be a guidance counselor.
Yes, I did. I actually was talking to a family last night about this, and she's got kids in elementary and middle, and she's actually decided to keep them home. But the stress of, mostly her worrying about her middle schooler, because kids that age, preteens and teenagers, need social interaction so badly. It's almost like they need it as much as a school subject because that's how they learn about themselves and that's how they grow as a person.
Wow.
And so figuring out how she can get her middle school daughter to see her friends, because her daughter's depressed, she's angry, she's frustrated. So I know a lot of people are like, well, it's difficult to go back to school for the people that have to go back to work. Of course it is, but the kids go back to school and they have that social interaction, whereas the kids that stay home, I think there's a detriment on the mental health side for the teenagers that could really cause quite a crisis and already has to a greater extent.
Shantala, I wanted to ask you this from this perspective as well, because of course parents out there, they want to do what they can to do what's best for their kids. And a lot of times parents aren't taking care of themselves or their own psyches right now. Any words from you that you've had on the parent level?
Well, really to go easy on themselves. A lot of parents are shaming each other for the choices they're making, whether it be, not going back to school and keeping their kids home or keeping their kids in school. There is a lot of fear of repercussion of what others think. And that is so unfortunate because this is a time when we should be coming together, helping each other, supporting each other. So if there's a way that we can look at it as everyone has their own story, their own situation, there are single parents that have to go to work and they have to have their kids in school. And some people are fortunate enough to be able to keep their kids home, but really supporting each other and learning from their perspective, their story, and not coming across as judgmental because maybe they're not making the same choices that you are because they're in a different situation in life, and listening to each other and really acknowledging your own feelings about it, because I think a lot of times we try to push our emotions down and have a brave face, but it's okay to tell our kids, like, we're worried, we're sad, and we're not going to break down, but we can teach them how to deal with those emotions and that they're normal and that it's okay, because it's not good to repress your feelings.
Okay, so I love everything that you said right now. Like, I can imagine somebody in their car saying, okay, well, that's all fine and dandy, but in the moment that I'm stressed out, Shantala, can you give me an exercise? Should I breathe in 5 times in a row? Do I massage the temple of my forehead?
Oh, it's funny, actually. We're making Orbeez stress balls. Do you know what Orbeez are?
Yeah, the Orbeez are the little things that are like little gel balls.
Yes. I actually had my summer camp this week with my girls, and we're making the Orbeez, and then we're putting them in balloons, and we're talking about how if we just feel like we're going to scream or we just want to hit something, we can just squeeze our Orbeez stress ball. It's a super easy,
great.
Cheap way to do it.
That is great.
Yeah, I have one in my car, so if I'm upset in traffic, instead of honking and like losing myself, I just squeeze my stress ball. But,
Shantala, you're so great. You know what I mean? You're an angel in disguise for a lot of people who, like Ashley said earlier, either they can't afford therapy or maybe perhaps they just haven't thought of that as an avenue. They get to hear you and how comforting you sound, and they're like, oh, okay, that advice is fantastic.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it. I love what I do, and I love supporting the community, so it's really an honor to be able to talk on you guys' show.
It's important to us to hear from somebody who's working in this every single day, dealing with people's emotions and facing it one-on-one, which a lot of people don't do. So thank you for taking the time with us this morning.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice to talk to you guys.